Everything's so damn biased out there that if this had been, ladies and gentlemen, if this had been a Republican, they would have skewered him. Bill Clinton got on stage, voice raspy. Turns out he's younger than Biden. What do you know? Or maybe he's older than Biden. He said something about that. Basically, let's call them the same age for sake of argument. Anyway, he seems pretty old too. But he talked a little bit about age and Biden. He applauded Biden. Biden's so great and Biden's so great and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like everybody's eulogizing Biden and they're saying how it was his decision. I don't really think it was his decision, shall we say. No. It was Nancy's decision and Chuck's decision and Barack's decision and Clinton's decision. So they forced the poor guy out and they put this new woman in. And Clinton can't even say her name. I mean, can you imagine if this was a Republican pronouncing Kamala Harris like this?
I love seeing the Obamas here. I love seeing President Biden. And I thought Hillary gave a great speech, too. But I love seeing all these young leaders. A bunch of them are coming up after me. They look better, they sound better, and they'll be exciting. I do want to say one word about President Biden. Remember, he had an improbable turn that made him president. And we were in the middle of a pandemic and an economic crash. He healed our sick and put the rest of us back to work. And he strengthened our alliances for peace and security. He stood up for Ukraine. He's trying desperately to get a ceasefire in the Middle East. And then he did something that's really hard for a politician to do. He voluntarily gave up political power. And
voluntarily, yeah, right.
George Washington knew that, and he did it. And he set the standard for us serving 2 terms before it was mandatory. It helped his legacy, and it will enhance Joe Biden's legacy. And and it's a stark contrast to what goes on in the other party. So I want to thank him for his courage, compassion, his class, his service, his sacrifice.
Let me be very clear. There is no way in HELL that this was Joe Biden's decision. Okay? No. He told us his decision over and over and over again. His wife, Dr. Jill, got up there and told us his decision as well. And then the poor guy's sick. He's on his sick bed. And they're like, hey, buddy, we're going to go public with some bad stuff. We're threatening the 25th Amendment unless you leave. And then they throw in Kamala, whose name Clinton can't pronounce.